Hi, this is Russ Ballard, and you're listening to CMS TV.
You're gonna get beaten up on this fucking girdle thing, that's for sure.
All right, it's not, but it's not a girdle. It's a shape. It looks like a tank top.
You're the one that called it the girdle.
Okay, it's a shaper, love. It's supposed to shape my body. It's supposed to push on. Look, I think the ad says something like, it has a woman, like a sexy woman with big breasts. And she goes, if we can push them up, guys, you can push them down. And so, you know, I can push down man boobs and belly. That has a big black dude who's like 400 pounds. He looks like he's 200 pounds when he puts this thing on. I don't know how that guy got it on, Joe.
Because they probably modified it for the commercial.
They had to do something. They had to grease that bitch up or something. I guarantee. He was like a grease pig putting that thing on because there's no way he got it on the way I was trying to get it on.
He rubbed himself up with Crisco or something before he pulled
it
on.
There's like butter everywhere because there's no way in the world he just slipped that thing on.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Its red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. Ow!
Oh, happy Monday.
Howdy, sir.
How are you?
I am wonderful. Busy. I've been up since 4 a.m. working, but busy.
I'm fairly certain this could be my last show.
Why?
Because I'm pretty sure after reading everything that I have a brain tumor.
Well, I know that ain't true.
How do you know that's not true?
You don't have a brain tumor. Stop
How
it.
do you know? Look, all right. So, started the other day. I think, what did I say, Saturday? Or today's Monday. So, it started on Saturday. And yesterday, I didn't really have to, but, like, started Saturday and then one time today, like, I felt like I had to sneeze.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just went away. Like, it got to the point, like, you know, sometimes you can, like, put your finger underneath your nose to stop sneezing or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, it felt like I had to sneeze. It was coming, and then stopped. It just went away.
Okay.
And so I looked up, like, what does that mean if you can't sneeze? And it says you're fucked and you have a brain tumor.
Come on. You bet you were just at a doctor.
Now, that's
just did a shit ton of blood work and they didn't find it?
Well, that's one thing that I did have, like, an MRI. I had some sort of, like, CAT scan on my head and some other, like, where they put all these, like, attachments to my head. And I asked specifically to the neurologist if I had like a brain tumor. She said no. But that doesn't mean it didn't pop up within the past month.
In a month? Come on.
I don't know how these things work.
I don't think it would grow in a month.
To the point that I can't sneeze. I don't know. I don't know how these things work. What if I left there and it started to grow?
I'm thinking you're being a hypochondriac a little bit.
Well, I've never had that. Or I can't sneeze.
Well, who says you can't? You just didn't.
Like 3 times.
Okay.
Maybe 4.
Could just have been dust or something in your nose, too, and you blew it out.
But I didn't sneeze it out.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not a doctor here.
I mean, it could be a brain tumor.
It is not a brain tumor. Stop it. You're going to will yourself into death.
So, like, last week was just terrible. Because you know what happened to me on Monday with the job thing and all that kind of stuff. Didn't lose my job, just so everybody knows again. It was an extra job that I did. But on Wednesday, I go downstairs after doing the show. My dishwasher's dead. We can't get it to work. Now, I don't know whether it's an electrical thing or a dishwasher thing.
Does it just not power? Or?
Well, because, see, I've been having issues with it where, like, it would be off one day, and then you go out to the garage and you flick, like, the breaker in the garage.
Right.
And you flick it, like, 10 times or whatever, and eventually it'll go back on. And now it's not going on at all.
Sounds like
so I'm assuming it could be, like, a breaker issue.
No, it's the power thing was going bad and it wasn't catching a charge. More than likely, the power, where the power is in the dishwasher, is probably bad.
So what does that mean? Any new dishwasher?
You got to replace the power source, which will be
$100. How do you replace a power source?
You pull it out and you take apart the back and you pull it out and you put in another one.
What's in the? I don't know how to do that.
Well, I know that's a plumber gig there. That's a plumber. You got another dishwasher there. You're married.
I saw a great meme the other day. It said something like, sort of about, relax, man, you don't have to do dishes anymore because Trump made it illegal for men to play in women's sports. And then after that happened, I went into the living room and found my tortoise dead.
Oh, that's not fun.
No, I think
you don't know if it's dead?
Don't know if it's dead.
You couldn't poke it or something and see if it
poked
moved?
it numerous times.
And didn't move?
And, you know, we've had this tortoise for like 5 years. But so I thought for sure this thing's dead. Goner, right?
Okay.
But then I was reading about tortoises, and it says that if they get like scared or if the temperature changes or something weird happens like that they can go into hibernation mode. Almost like a coma, but like a hibernation mode.
Okay.
And they could be in hibernation for like 16 weeks.
Jeez.
But then it said, you know, to wake them up, you got to put them like in a bowl of water and stuff like that. So I did all that kind of stuff. And now I didn't see anything for like a couple of days because I was like, I'm going to give it a couple of days. Because it says you don't want to bury it right away because this thing could not be dead. So you have to wait until it like smells, which is weird. But I don't smell anything. But then again, I haven't sneezed. So maybe I'm just fucked up in the nose and I'm not smelling anything. But I noticed today it looked like the head was out a little bit more. And I'm not sure if that's because I'm like picking it up and I'm like shaking it. But I don't know.
Might be tortoise rot, which is causing you to need to sneeze.
It could be. But then I can't sneeze, so that's because of the brain tumor. But so I don't know. I'm assuming it's dead because it's not doing anything. It's just, and again, I've been poking it and carrying it around and picking it up and trying to do stuff to it and
just not working.
Not working. So my daughter and my wife were completely, devastated over this.
Over a turtle?
It's a tortoise.
What's the difference?
Tortoise are land and turtles are like water.
See, I never knew that till this moment.
And, I don't care what it is, man. If you have a pet, it becomes part of your family. And you don't know. This tortoise, like when we go by the tank and you'd say, hey, what's going on? And talk to it, she would move her little head and look at you. And, she recognized voices and stuff. And she was a, cute little pet to have. And we had her for, like I said, over 5 years.
Never had a pet turtle, tortoise, whatever.
So now That's gone. So, a job, tortoise, dishwasher all in 1 week. And I can't sneeze, which could be a brain tumor.
Scott, put it in some boiling.
That's pretty messed up, man. Why would you say that? That's so terrible. This is a living thing. It's like my pet.
Made me laugh.
That is so awful. I have a daughter and wife that have been crying for 3 days about this tortoise. You guys are going to make jokes like, boil it.
It'll either be moving or soup.
You're just going to hell, man.
Yeah, well, hell's coming to me. It's the other way around.
It's so terrible. And that poor thing. And my family's all upset. And
Hey, I didn't say it.
then my wife goes, should we get another one? I was like, hell no, we're not getting another tortoise.
Yeah. That's how I am. I'm done with pets now. There's none here anymore, and there will never be another one here.
We still have plenty of pets to go around this house, and I'm not getting another tortoise.
It's too funny.
Natalie, what are you talking about? Talking about my tortoise died. Show starts at 4, Natalie.
See? Everybody's ready to make some soup.
Okay, look, I've heard of turtle soup. I've not heard of tortoise soup.
I'm sure it's just a tougher brand.
Man, it's my pet, man.
It's like alligator to crocodile.
All right, seriously, would you, like, if you had a dog, would you chop it up and eat it after it passed?
Not after it passed, no.
Before it passed?
Before, yeah, when it's fresh. I'd bolt gun that dog in a minute.
Turtle tacos, man. You guys are fucked up. That's my...
It's a tortoise.
I've been caring for it. Dude, that thing is nice. It was sweet toss. It was very nice. It was a good tortoise.
Too funny. Everybody's jumping in on the turtle.
Everybody's a comedian. Everybody's a comedian. Natalie's apologizing. Just joking. Turtle's dead. If anybody knows how to fix it. So you don't think it's a breaker problem?
I don't personally. It sounds like the power supply. Somebody posted in here that they think it's a breaker problem, though. So, again, you probably need to get like a handyman or something to probably fix it.
Dude, I tried to get a handyman once to put together like my grill.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I can't really get on the floor and do stuff. I'm just not handy like that.
Sure.
Not, especially with the leg. And I called, I can't remember which one of these, Thumbtack or one of these stupid handyman sites. And, they had a minimum of $250 to come out.
No, I've got a handyman for you. Seriously.
Oh, there was a joke coming about jerking off.
No. I legitimately have a customer who's an old friend that's a handyman. I'll give him a quick plug. ReliableOddsAndEnds.com.
Where's he at?
Based out of Akron, but he does all through the area.
Oh, okay.
Anything Akron, Cleveland. Yeah.
But you know him, and
yep. He's my friend Craig.
Number.
Yeah, my friend Craig, who's been a friend for 25 years.
He's not like a good-looking dude or anything like that, is he?
He's not. Your wife's not going to jump his bones.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I don't want to invite somebody over here that's going to be like super hot handyman guy,
No.
to fix my dishwasher. He's going to take his shirt off and.
No, he's a regular guy. He's a regular guy, and he's our age. Ain't no shirts coming off.
Right.
Not at our age.
Well, especially not me, dude. Hell, that ain't happening. I tried to put
Not anybody.
Tried to put that girdle on today before the show.
Couldn't do it.
I couldn't get the damn thing over me. I couldn't get over my head, dude.
Told you. Yeah, it'll suck everything in if you can get it on.
I can get it on, and then I don't think I'll be able to get it on. If I got it on, I'm not getting it off.
You're gonna cut it off.
Yeah. So I don't know how this is gonna work for me, but I'm gonna try to make it work. But I literally was trying a half hour before the show. I'm like, come on, squeeze into this bitch. But I'm telling you, if I get it on, it's gonna make me look fucking great, dude.
Of course, you won't be able to speak, but you'll look good.
Yeah, I'm gonna look fantastic. I'm gonna. Yeah.
You'll
There's gonna
look
be
good. And you'll be like,
all
right, everybody, we're here for the show. Let's talk about it.
But that's fine. The underwear will be dropping when I go to the mall or something like that. Women everywhere.
Sure.
But the girdle is not. I don't think it was a good idea. I don't think that. It's not. It's a man girdle. It's not a
Can
real
you send
girdle.
it back?
I don't think so. I mean, I paid $20 for it.
The worst part about this fucking man girdle thing, now that we've talked about it a few times, the intrusive way that like Facebook and Twitter and everything is, every other ad that I get now is for this fucking man girdle.
The Shaper Love thing.
Yeah, every ad is.
Yeah.
Do you want to hide your man boobs?
Yes.
Put on this girdle. I'm like, Jesus Christ, we just talked about it. I didn't even Google it.
I'd like to give a shout out to Michael Maybaugh
Okay.
on Facebook.
Who is Michael Maybaugh?
He's a douchebag that I continue to fight with online about all the stuff that he's posting.
You and that social media.
Yeah, it's bad, dude. Like it's so bad that John Drake saw me post something the other day,
Yeah.
and he said something to the effect like, "Dude, you need some help." He's like, "What are you doing? You have to post. What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, I think I need therapy because I'm literally yelling at everybody."
Right.
I yelled at some old lady the other day. I said, "You dumb old bag, get the hell off of Facebook if you got nothing good to say."
Dude, you've got to get off of the political shit. You gotta readjust your algorithm to chicks and sports or something else.
I don't know. I mean, I do enjoy the back and forth, but at some point it does start to stress me out a lot.
Yeah, it's
this
giving
one
you a
guy-
brain tumor.
I think it does. I can't sneeze because of this brain tumor that Facebook has given me.
It's a brain tumor from Facebook, a Facebook brain tumor.
Too much screen time or like just an arguing thing?
Arguing thing. It's stress. Your brain's taking so much blood into it from your heart going 140 beats a second.
Like this dumb fuck. He posted a meme, right? About it's the biggest personal loss of wealth ever in the history of the country, blah, blah, blah. Talk about Elon Musk. And if you look at Elon Musk, still his net worth, it wasn't. It's a lie. It's a fake news bullshit.
Yeah.
And so I said to him, just because it's in a meme doesn't mean it's fucking true, you retard. And of course he gets mad at what I said and has to come back at me.
Do you know this guy?
No.
So who gives a shit what he says?
Like, why doesn't he just accept my point and move on? He's got to come back at me? Well, now he's got to start an argument with me. I'm just
Why
pointing
don't
out
you
that
just
he's a liar.
accept that he's a turd and just fucking not even address him because he's a
Because
turd?
I don't want other turds to believe him.
Fuck them. Just know what's right. You know what's right. And boy, Brian is way accurate on that. We may have to
What?
tell Florentine about your girdle.
Yeah, look, it ain't gonna bother me. I haven't got it on yet. Maybe I'll wear it. Maybe I'll like wrench myself into it, shoehorn myself into this thing.
You
for that
clearly
show.
have not listened to his podcast.
Jim Florentine on Wednesday, right here. In a couple
Yes.
days. It's gonna be exciting. I'm very excited about that.
That's going to be great. Yeah, he will murder you for that.
Why?
Because it's right in the wheelhouse of things that he beats on people for.
I'm not afraid of that. Okay?
I mean, dude, that podcast is so fun. Just maybe a month ago or so, he was doing vanity plates, people that have vanity plates,
Yeah.
and just drawing out the scenarios of why the people got whatever they got on their vanity plates. I was I was trying to work, and my eyes were watering. I couldn't even look at my screen. I was laughing so hard. He is fucking funny, man.
I can't wait to have him on, man. I got to listen to some of that podcast.
Oh, you got to. It'll become part of your week. That podcast is definitely part of my week every week.
How could you go shopping for new girdles with your wife every Sunday? Look, I don't go shopping. I got mine on Amazon.
You're gonna get beaten up on this fucking girdle thing, that's for sure.
All right, it's not a girdle. It's a shape. It looks like a tank top.
You're the one that called it the girdle.
Okay, it's a shaper love. It's supposed to shape my body. It's supposed to push on. Look, I think the ad says something like, it has a woman, like a sexy woman with big breasts, and she goes, "If we could push them up, guys, you could push them down." And so I can push down man boobs and belly. That is a big black dude who's like 400 pounds. He looks like he's 200 pounds when he puts this thing on. I don't know how that guy got it on, to be honest with you.
Because they probably modified it for the commercial.
They had to do something. They had to grease that bitch up or something. I guarantee he was like a grease pig putting that thing on because there's no way he got it on the way I was trying to get it
He
on.
rubbed himself up with Crisco or something before he pulled
it
it on.
There was like butter everywhere because there's no way in the world he just slipped that thing on.
Good point, Scott. Good point. Where did that go? Here it is. Nothing about the term shaper love says I'm a man.
Scott's sitting there joking. Scott, you can use yourself a little shaper love. You ain't exactly svelte there, buddy. But I don't understand because I got like a 3X because I think it said for like my size you need a 3X.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really, I don't know if it was a 3X they gave me. Maybe they gave me like an extra small because it's really, really tough to maneuver.
You're not strong enough to pull it on.
I'm not.
You need to work out to put on your girdle.
I do. Seriously, I need to go to like the rec center or the gym or something like so I can get the girdle on. All right, quick on a girdle, the man tank, shaper tank.
Oh, now it's a man tank.
It's a tank top. It's a man tank top shaper thing.
I thought it was the man love.
It's shaper love, but it's
Shaper love.
Dude, I'm telling you, it looks like the commercial. It's gonna work. I just haven't figured out how to get it on yet.
Women love my shaper.
All right, you guys can joke all you want, but when I
The man tit top.
when I'm picking up girls all over the place, dude, because of my shaper love. And then when I might actually be confident enough to take my shirt off in front of somebody.
Bullshit.
If it's holding it all in. If it's holding it all in and I'm somewhat skinny with it.
Dude, the worst
You
part
realize
is
the
going to
first
be...
time I'm going to be married for 20 years in June, all right?
Yeah.
At the end of June. First time in 21 years since I've been with my wife, dating and married, that she saw me with my shirt off was when I had a seizure and they cut it off me.
Dude, the problem, though, is going to be that when you take the man shaper love thing off, your body's going to unfold like a goddamn one of those boats, those inflatable boats. You're gonna be
I understand, but I don't plan on taking it off.
well, you said it's going to be the first time your wife's going to see you without a shirt.
No, I said the first time she saw me without a shirt was in the hospital after I had a seizure. But I'll take it. I'll leave the tank top on while doing it, while having sex and stuff. So that way it's all attractive to her.
Will this make your ass look fat?
Well, that worried me a little bit too. Like, if I'm shaping like the top part of my body, then is the bottom part going to look all fat and like I'm going to look like a pear or something? I'm going to look like Grimace, dude.
You're going to end up buying like a whole suit.
Yeah,
It goes up to your neck, arms, hands, everything.
I'm going to end up buying a shaper suit. I mean, seriously, I'm going to have to buy it. Like, I wonder, do they make like a lower body shaper love? So I can keep like the hips and ass inside something?
Sounds like you just need a scuba suit.
Maybe I'll do a wetsuit. Like,
I mean, that's about what you
wetsuit.
need at this point. Jesus Christ, dude.
I don't think wetsuits like control your fat though. I think this is supposed to control like that kind of stuff. There's like there's like little pockets, like little weights or something, like sucks it all in. I don't know what it is, magnets or something. It's something.
Magnets.
I don't know what it is.
What is it sucking it in toward? Your spine?
It seems that way. I mean, you don't know how small this thing is to try to put on. You really don't. But I'm not so sure that I have a really big ass, dude. I think my ass is
killed.
My ass is not like super flabby. Like I can't keep pants on because I don't have an ass shape to like keep pants up. So I have like a flat ass. So I'm not sure that I need that.
Well, there you go.
I am a little hippie though, I think.
A little hippie.
I don't know what to do to take care of this shape that I'm in. Other than work out, that's really not on the agenda.
So you'll just wear the girdle instead of just knocking out 50 sit-ups a day.
Maybe if I wear and get this girdle actually on me, it'll burst the brain tumor that I have from not sneezing.
It's going to burst your heart from squeezing it so hard.
Look, come on. Maybe I'll be more regular. I'll like squeeze everything. Like,
Squeeze turds out.
I'll be like a tube of toothpaste. I don't know. It's like I don't think it'll pop like a pimple. Dude, come on. Maybe I should buy a different brand of shaper because there are many brands of shapers. So maybe I just bought the wrong brand.
That must be it. It's the brand.
I wish I had it up here. I could show you how small this thing is. I'm trying to squeeze it on.
I believe it's too small. Because if it's not too small, that ain't gonna do anything. Dude, all this is the equivalent of a guy that wears a XXX shirt wearing a medium.
Well,
That's what this is.
Look, I am trying to better myself, and everybody's giving me shit for it. I don't really understand that. I mean, this isn't a wetsuit, though. I mean, like, it has, like, I could put deodorant on while I'm wearing this shaper, love.
Yeah. You're going to be hot and sweaty.
Just from putting it on.
But I'm saying wearing it, too.
Dude, you have no idea before this show what I look like in the bathroom trying to put this damn thing on, dude. I'm standing in front of this mirror, and I got, like, one arm in, and that's all I could get in. Like, I had an arm and, like, half my head in, and I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going to get this thing on my body, dude.
And this thing was allegedly 3X?
Yes. And man, I was
10X.
But 3X is supposed to go up to like 400 pounds. I'm not 400 pounds.
Well, I think they lied to you. Because I've seen the spots, and it doesn't look like it's that hard to pull on.
Dude, it is very difficult. It is not easy. I'm telling you, the thought of trying to get both shoulders in was not going to happen.
Right. I agree with Cody. This ain't bettering yourself. This is lying to yourself. Good point, Cody.
That's not accurate. I'm not lying.
That's totally accurate.
All right. If I was lying to myself, I wouldn't have bought it to begin with. I bought it because I'm fat. And I said I need something to suck it all in.
Yeah. Sit-ups.
All right. You know how long that takes?
Yeah.
I mean, that could take like a year for me to like lose, inches doing sit-ups.
Yeah.
And how many do you think I could do in one session? 10?
You start. Look, if you can only do 2 in one session, and you do 2, and then tomorrow you do 3.
Again, but this is supposed to be a quick fix.
But it's not a quick fix. It's not fixing anything. It's just faking it.
It's fixing my appearance.
It's faking it. It's like wearing a wig. If you wear a wig, that doesn't give you good hair. It just means you're wearing a wig.
I don't want to be that guy that wears like the too small fucking t-shirts everywhere, which is why I wear hoodies all the time, because they hide stuff. If I got this Shaper Love actually on my body, then I could be able to wear like t-shirts. And
see, you know what my big fear is with you? You know what my biggest fear is with you with this Shaper Love thing? You're going to get it on once, and you're never going to want to take it off.
Oh, it'll never go off. I guarantee you.
You'll be showering in this fucking thing.
I will, because especially after the trial run today, if I manage to get this thing onto my body, there's no way it's coming off unless scissors are involved, dude. Or we go back.
That sounds healthy.
We go back to the butter and grease, dude. Once I'm in it, it's staying on until it falls off. Until it rips off me or disintegrates from my sweat.
Oh my God.
But I'm going to give it another shot. I promise.
All right.
Maybe I'll try for Jim Florentine. I got 2 days to squeeze into it. Maybe I'll get it on before Florentine comes on.
All right. If not, we'll talk about it with Florentine. We'll get his opinion on it.
I don't think he'll do that. I don't think he would toss me under the bus.
Oh, come on. How can he be under the bus? He could hear this half-hour show.
Yeah, because he's listening.
He might be.
Eliminate ranch dressing, cardio every day, eat healthy. Okay.
All right, now you're getting crazy, Joe.
Hello. What are we talking about here, man?
Joe, let's not get nuts here.
Again, might use the ranch dressing to squeeze into it, but not going to eliminate the ranch dressing.
Hoping that it absorbs into your body.
At this point in my life, it might actually. It's so funny because the doctor said, "All right, some of the stuff that you need to start cutting out is like ketchup because there's a lot of ketchup or a lot of sugar in ketchup."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "All right." And so what do? I switch from ketchup to all ranch. I
That's
did
better.
everything in ranch now, literally everything. There's nothing I won't eat with ranch. You give me fish sticks, I put ranch on it. Everything, literally everything I have ranch with.
I'm trying to think, what do I use for ranch with? I think just wings. Just wings.
Just wings?
That's it. I can't think of one other thing I put ranch on.
We had a super thin crust pizza last night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the crust is bad, but that's why we got like thin, super thin, crispy crust.
Okay.
Like DeNiro's.
Mm-hmm.
Ranch all over that thing. Fucking drizzled ranch over everything. It was light ranch, though. It was light.
Oh, well, in that case.
Well, they stopped selling like the fat-free or something I like, but it's light ranch.
Well, in that case, it's much better. I'm sure there's zero sugar and zero bad in the light
I don't know. I have no idea what the hell. I'm trying, but mostly when I try stuff, I mostly fail at it. So, I mean, I'm trying to eat. All right, like today, I bought keto bread because it said like 1 gram of carbs, no sugar.
Mm-hmm.
And since I smelled it, I haven't stopped shitting, dude. Like, there should be a warning label on keto bread saying, yeah, by the way, eat this stuff and you're going to be in the bathroom for the next 4 days.
There is a warning on it. It says keto, which means awful for your fucking asshole.
I don't know what keto means.
That's probably the literal translation. Makes your asshole open wide so that everything can fall out of it.
It was terrible.
Because every keto diet makes you just shit nonstop.
I just thought it'd be good for me because it was, no sugar, no carbs. And so then I'm reading like what's in this shit, and like it's like coconut oil and like.
Well, maybe it's because you smothered the keto bread with ranch.
Mayonnaise.
Oh, Jesus.
It was light mayo.
Oh, that's better.
And turkey and 2 slices of Velveeta.
All right,
But
well, the Velveeta's bad. The mayonnaise is bad.
like honestly, it smelled like I was and tasted like I was eating a beach, dude. Like literally, it smelled like suntan lotion when I was like eating this
Yuck.
sandwich today. And dude, nothing that is good for you actually tastes good or is cheap or anything. I paid $7 for this stupid loaf of bread, and there was like 8 slices in it.
$7 for
Yeah.
bread.
It smelled like I'm eating the suntan girl. Keto works if you do it right. Well, maybe I'm doing something wrong. But then I read that keto is bad for your kidneys.
Yeah, that's
Which
all.
I also have
Dude,
a problem with. So what the fuck am I supposed to do? I think,
exercise. That's the only thing that's not bad for you.
well, now you're just pushing buttons that I don't have.
Find yourself a light yoga on YouTube.
A light yoga?
Yeah, like chair yoga or something. Start there.
Do I
Start with
look
something easy.
Do I look like a chick, dude? I'm not doing yoga.
Yoga's pretty badass, dude.
I remember back in the day, Carmen and I were supposed to do a yoga class on Trip Show.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted us to go to this fucking yoga place in like Brooksville or something. A super hot chick was going to be. And they wanted me to put a leotard on. A leotard would have been like putting this fucking girdle on. I would have been stuck in it for the rest of my life.
Right.
And I did not do that because then I would have had to take my shoes off, and I didn't want to do that. And I lost my leg like 6 months later.
Again, I'm talking about doing it at home, not on TV.
What's this going to be at a place, dude? I don't know how to do yoga.
What do you mean? Dude, you can do it on YouTube in a chair.
I'm minus a leg, dude. You do realize that, right? I'm not getting down and doing the downward dog.
Which part of in a chair don't you hear? In a chair. They have yoga workouts in a chair.
I don't know. Well,
When I first got started back doing yoga, not that it shows because I'm still a fat tub of shit, but I started the first month or two. I was in a chair.
See, now my idea would be to have like a really attractive personal trainer come to the house.
Won't do yoga like a chick, but wears a girdle.
It's not a girl, dude. It's a shaper glove. I was trying to give you a visual, and but it's a shaper glove. It's not a girdle.
At this point, why bother? You're dying of a brain tumor.
Well, you can't sneeze, and that's what
Jesus
the
Christ.
symptom is.
Wow, the fans
So I looked up can't sneeze, and it said could be a brain tumor, and I looked up brain tumor symptoms, and can't sneeze was not on there. So I don't know what to believe.
I'm just loving the fans are revolting against you and your man girdle. Your girdle, your turtle, everything.
They're not. It's really bad. I don't understand. No sympathy for any of this today.
No.
I can't fit in my girdle. My turtle died, and you guys are all fucking with me and making me feel bad.
We're talking about soup and ranch dressing. You're talking about girdles and
I'm doing my best as a person in life, and you guys are all making me feel like shit. It's fine. It's fine.
See, Cody said go get a Planet Fitness membership.
We have a membership to the the Broadview Heights Rec Center.
Yeah.
And actually, they have one of the bike things that I used when I was in the hospital after I lost a leg.
Yeah.
And so it's actually not bad because it's like lower to the ground. I can get on it, and I can use it with both my, with my prosthetic and everything. And it's pretty good. But of course, because it's kind of like for old fucking retarded people, they don't actually have like the cool TV like all the other machines do, and on it. So
take an iPad with you.
Come on.
What's wrong with an iPad?
Nothing's wrong with an iPad.
Right on,
my wife has the iPad. I don't get to use the iPad. I have to use my phone.
So?
I don't know. Everything seems like too much work.
Except this girdle that you can't get on.
Well, that's a lot of work. But we do have the membership to the Broadview Heights Rec Center thing. And so I think I didn't go back because my leg was hurting, so I'm going to go back though.
When Seth bends over to fix his dishwasher, that girdle will explode.
Well, that's the other thing. When I was trying to put this damn thing on, again, I'm standing in the bathroom. I got this mirror in front of me trying to put this stupid thing over my head. And I'm going, all right, if I actually get this fucker on, the second that I sit down, something's going to happen. It's either going to fall off me, it's going to rip.
You're probably not going to be able to breathe.
Oh, that's it. I don't know if I will be able to. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sit. I have to stand everywhere.
You're going to pass out before you can cut this bitch off.
I'm going to have to lean up against a wall to sleep at night.
Never lay down again. Never sit down again.
There's no way I'm getting down into like a chair or anything with that damn thing on.
Oh, man.
It's pretty rough, dude. I'm telling you, it is really something. Really glad I spent $18.99 on that thing.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, you've got a lot of laughs on the show out of it tonight. Maybe that's worth $20.
I don't think so. By the way, the $20 I got the other day, I spent on ranch dressing. Ironically enough, we were out. Oh, God. So, Snow White, huh? You want to talk about something real here?
Yeah. Do you want to do that, or do you want to spot first as we have one to run?
Go ahead. Yeah, we can do that.
You want me to do it?
I'll do it if I can find it. I mean, I do. We should get a spot for the shaper love. That's what I should be doing.
I don't know that they'd like this endorsement, honestly.
Why wouldn't they? Okay, hang on. Why wouldn't they like the endorsement?
Because half of us are talking shit about it. The whole audience.
I am saying that I think it'll be great once I actually get it on.
Yeah, you might have to do that spot without me.
You could get one of these things.
Believe me, I don't give a shit. If they're paying me, I'll put it on. I don't care.
I might have to get two, though, and sew them together to get this fucker on my body. I don't know. It's actually going to happen. But all right, Snow White came out. It's a big flop. Robert De Niro also flops because he's a dick. And we'll talk about some of that, I guess, when I lost the spot again. Cares. Where is it? I can't see shit because of my brain tumor, dude.
It's the fourth one down.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. I'm looking right at it.
Oh, there it is. I got my glasses on now. No brain tumor's not getting my vision. There we go. We'll be right back.
When disaster strikes, we come together. Here at Mario's Barbershop, we've turned our passion into purpose. As Hands to America, a 501c3 nonprofit, we're on the ground helping those hit by hurricanes, floods, fires, and tornadoes, right here in northeastern Ohio and nationwide. But we can't do it alone. We need your help to keep this vital work going. Your donations, whether it's cash or vehicles, can bring hope to those who've lost so much. Join us in making a real impact. Every donation fuels relief efforts and helps rebuild lives. Call us at 844-864-2637 or locally at 216-520-1977 or visit us at handstoamerica.org to see how you can help.
Hands to America, handstoamerica.org. Donate if you can, man. Mario's a good dude. And he's trying to help a lot of people across the country, not just here in Northeast Ohio. So handstoamerica.org.
You need to go get him, give you a haircut, man. Your hair's getting long.
Hair's getting long, but my wife says she likes it.
Oh, she likes the long hair?
Yeah.
You got your
She was sad
misfits
when I got
look going on right now.
She said she was sad when I cut it to begin with.
Are you going to grow it like mine? Like real long? Or?
Dude, I don't know what I'm going to do. If I grow it like yours,
enough
I'll never get the girdle over.
Yeah, well, you can grow it there so that you don't need the girdle. Just cover the belly.
I got a friend who just sent me a picture of some kid pinching his belly fat shut. What's going on here, man? I'm trying to be real, trying to be straight up, and people making fun of me.
Come on.
But yeah, the wife likes the long hair. She says,
that's cool.
You know why? I think she thinks it like frames my face and my fat face looks thinner. Like everything has to, if there was a girdle for my chins, that would be great. That's why I have a beard, dude.
Dude, the funny thing is, like I grew the beard out real long, obviously. Yeah. And then when I shaved it, I must have got 100 people like, "Oh, you look like you lost so much weight." No, I didn't. I just fucking shaved off a beard that made my face 3 inches wider.
Dude, if I send you a picture, can you put it up?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to send you a picture. I don't know if we ever showed it on the show.
You going to email it or text it?
Which one should I do?
Email.
All right. Well, it's going to take me a second to find it.
All right.
But it's I don't know if we ever showed a picture of me without my beard. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it or not.
Well, while you find it, let's talk about the box office, man. It's a big weekend for the libs.
It was huge.
It was going to be their big dominant Donald Trump is an asshole, and we're going to show him. We're going to show up and show out at the box office with liberal agenda movies. And they both
flopped
horrendously. I could not be happier seeing this.
Well,
especially the Snow White.
The Snow White one, though, I mean, she fucked everything up herself, dude.
She did.
So I got nothing to say about that broad, dude. I mean, my daughter says that the reason it flopped is because Gal Gadot, who plays the Wicked Witch, is a bad actress. And I said, no, it failed because it's a woke bunch of bullshit, and nobody wanted to see that garbage.
Nobody wants to see. Look, I'm going to take this, whatever her name is, Rachel, what's her name, Rachel Ziegler or something?
Yeah.
I'm going to take her out of the mix just for a minute. We'll bring her back in a second.
All right.
The reality is Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is a classic story. It's just a classic story. It's a classic fable. Changing the identity of it in every which way you can for woke ideology is never going to be accepted by anybody over 30. Never. Nobody's going to go see Snow White who's not looking to get Prince Charming, but who's looking for female empowerment.
Yeah, and then on top of that, they're not looking to take their children to something like that.
No, of course not.
I mean, not in a billion years would I take my daughter to see Snow White when I know the story and what it should be, and then they fucked it all up.
Mm-hmm. And not for nothing, and I know this is going to make me sound racist, but I don't care. It's Snow White.
Yeah, I got a friend who said something horrific the other day about that.
Well, and I'm not trying to be horrific about it, but I'm being honest about it. The term Snow White, when it was crafted, was that she was lily white.
I believe my friend said the movie is not called Sand Tan.
Santan. All right, I wasn't going that far.
He said it's not called
Santan.
Santan. It's called Snow White.
Santan. Wow.
Uh-huh.
But am I wrong in thinking that it was Snow White because she was whitey white?
I'll just send you the picture.
She was like whitey white on the
Right, hence the name of the movie Snow White. But Santana thought
Santan.
bit racist, but it is what it is.
So what
That's
is
what
the new
people
name?
think.
Santan and the Vertically Challenged People?
Yes, Santana and vertically challenged. Yes, but I thought that was horrible. Why would you say that? But it was really funny.
It is a funny line. I
And
will.
Peter Dinklage, that fucking midget dude.
Little person.
I'm sorry.
Which to
Actually,
me sounds even more insulting than midget.
I looked it up today for the Bob France show, 9 a.m. to noon, AM 1420. That's not even the right term anymore. The PC term now to use for those is person of shorter stature.
Fuck off.
Is what you're supposed
Person
to
of
say.
shorter stature?
Yes, that's what you're supposed to say. No.
Enough of that bullshit.
Did you get that picture?
No, I did not. Not yet. Still sending from your phone, apparently. But now let's pull back to Rachel Ziegler for a minute, shall we?
Send it to Chris Aiken at Aiken IT Services.
Yeah, didn't get here. Not yet, unless it went to spammy spam. Let me see. Oh, it did. It went to spammy spam. Look at
If
this
you haven't
guy.
seen me without a beard,
Holy smokes, look at this fucking guy.
when I got a makeover, because I had long hair, big, huge, giant beard. I was going for the ZZ Top look back in the day, dude. And that's what they fucking did to me. Look back to
That's
Snow
a
White.
ZZ Top look? That's the...
I got rid of the beard.
Yeah, I was going to say, that couldn't be more opposite of the ZZ Top.
No, I was going for the ZZ Top beard, and then they got rid of it.
Where did it download? There it is.
How bad is that, dude? Look at that fucking guy. Holy shit.
Look at that guy.
And that was like 6 whiskeys in, dude. You don't know what it took for
Well,
me.
yeah, you definitely look fucked up there, too, but...
Yeah, dude. Because, and then fucking Trev made me sing Katy Perry's "Roar" on stage in front of everybody after I got that done.
Get the fuck out of with that nonsense.
Your chick is like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Well, she cried. Actually, literally cried tears, and it wasn't tears of happiness or tears of even being funny. She fucking was really sad and pissed off. So that's why I have not shaved or anything since then.
That's hilarious.
There you go. So yeah, Snow White Santan flopped at the box office, and of course, Robert De Niro.
Which one makes you more happy? For me, it's De Niro.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so happy to see this turd getting just absolutely killed. Like, no love. All the bullshit this guy talked, and he didn't think it was going to affect him. And it definitely affected him, don't you think? Dude,
Quit putting a picture up there.
Oh, wrong one. What did I do? Why is it going back to that? Oh.
You got that new feature at the bottom of the screen, dude. It's all
Yeah,
fucked
now
up.
it's all fucked up. Stupid shit. Move from studio. Add there we go. That new feature's not very good. Yeah, Robert did. Can you even think of a time that a one-day total for a Robert De Niro movie was $3 million?
Oh my God, dude. That guy probably walks around with that cash in his pocket.
That's what I'm saying. That is, like they said, that is disastrous. $3 million weekend.
And so, this morning we were talking about it, Bob and I, and he was saying, well, do you think it's because of, like there was a lot going on, March Madness and stuff was going on? And I was like, no, it's because these dumb bastards are so woke that they have ruined their careers.
Yeah.
People don't care anymore. Look, a lot of people were pissed at that broad for ruining Snow White. I get it. But you're still going to have the families out there. And actually, I think the study was out that college degreed white females are the ones that hate Trump the most. And so they're actually taking their kids to go see this garbage. So I'm surprised it didn't do better. But as far as De Niro movies, I think your average De Niro fan, you're my age, white guy who liked
40 to 60.
Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And like Goodfellas and even this stupid comedy crap like Meet the Fockers and all that bullshit. I think that they hate him so much now. I won't give a nickel to that guy ever again. Yeah. Even on cable, if I see Goodfellas, I toss it right off, dude. And I love that movie.
Me too.
But I'm not going to give that guy my money ever again.
But he's been out there saying that anybody that voted for Trump is a traitor. That's his words.
Well, and see, here's the problem, is that if I hated everybody that hated Trump, I'd never watch TV or sports or anything like that ever again.
Sure.
So it's not even that you can have your own opinion. I could give a shit less whether you like somebody I like or don't like somebody. But when you go out and you call me a traitor or you say fuck Trump or you do all this kind of... Even I made fun of Biden when he was in office, but I didn't sit there and say, fuck that guy, fuck him. This guy went out and said, fuck Trump to the country and then called me a traitor. Get out of here with that nonsense. I'm not going to give you a nickel again. Keep your mouth shut. I'll go see your movies.
Yeah. And I'm fine with them not liking Trump. I'm fine with that. I don't care about that. But when you take it to coming at me like a LeBron James told us, me, you, anybody that was not standing up for Black Lives Matter, he said, if you can't support this, then don't watch our game. So you know what? I haven't watched his goddamn game in 5 years.
See you.
And I won't.
Not a problem.
And same with De Niro. De Niro, didn't De Niro, I'm pretty sure he was one of those guys that said, I don't want Trump supporters watching my movies. Okay.
Fine. And
there's your $3 million weekend.
Yeah, there you go.
Enjoy it. I'm sure whatever movie company is thrilled that you said that they signed you.
Look, that guy's one of those guys that he's going to sit there and say, I don't care, blah, 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 blah. And he's got
he probably don't care.
Fine. But I guarantee you, when he goes to bed at night, he's going, that fucking Trump guy.
Oh, I'm sure he's blaming Trump in his mind.
Absolutely he is.
I guarantee he's sitting around going, that fucking Trump, he fucked my movie.
Yep.
That fucking guy fucked my movie. No, you fucked your movie by being a big mouth dick. Look, the reality, and I know this has nothing to do with nothing, but I'll get there if you'll give me a second to get there. Yeah. For the first time, quite literally, in 30 years, I'm watching the March Madness.
Yeah,
I have never watched it since the year my kids were born. The only reason I know is because I had to leave watching a game because my wife went into labor. So I remember it was Kentucky and Jamal Mashburn was on Kentucky. That's how long ago this was when I used to watch March Madness. I haven't watched it in 30 fucking years. I'm watching it this year. And the reason I'm watching it this year is because it is one of the very few organized sports where none of this political shit is coming into it. Just none of it. You know, these kids are not going to come out in their after thing and say, you know what, fuck Donald Trump or what, because they all want that contract. And they know if they say something stupid, it's going to cost them, tens of millions of dollars. So they haven't got paid yet. So they're all shutting their fucking holes as they should. And it has been glorious. It has been glorious to just watch basketball. I watched probably 25 hours of basketball over the last 3 days, 4 days, watching a ton of it, and I'm enjoying it. But let one of these fucking players, one of them, come out there and tell me he doesn't want me watching it if I don't support AOC or something, and I'll be done with college basketball forever.
I think South Carolina women's coach said some shit about Trump. That's what I was looking up. And she was talking shit about him. But for the most part, I don't mind the college game. Like, look, Ohio State announced that they're actually going to go to the White House.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
Cleveland.com, of course, had to put up this fucking article that says, here's what Ryan Day had to say about going to the White House. And then when you actually read the article, which I did, unfortunately, I don't know why I click on their crap, but it said, "Oh, we're honored to be invited to the White House."
Yeah.
And the Eagles are going to the White House. You know, LeBron James can stay home all he wants. I mean, who cares anymore?
Yeah, who cares?
And so I think that I really do think that in a lot of ways the tide is changing, and that's why these movies flopped, and that's why sporting teams are actually going to the White House. I mean, the other day, Trump went to the Nationals or whatever, wrestling, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was held in like Philadelphia, which is obviously not a red city.
Yeah, right.
But you got people from all over the country going there. And when Trump walked in, it was like one of the biggest ovations I've ever heard.
Sure.
And people just started chanting USA, USA, USA. And so I don't care what your stupid polls say. When stuff like that happens, you know the way that this country is going. Forget Facebook and all these stupid arguments I get in with these idiots online. The country is changing. And I don't think it's necessarily because of Trump. I think it's because they're tired of the woke crap and nonsense that's out there.
Well, yeah. Trump, here's what, and this is my opinion only, but the Trump effect is that Trump is showing us, regular folk, that we don't have to cower. Trump never cowers. They call him a bigot, a racist, a sexist, or whatever, and he never backs down from it. He doesn't shut up about it. He goes right after it. And when they ask him a stupid question, what does he do? He looks them right in the eye and says, that was a stupid fucking question. And he's showing regular people, don't take any shit from these people anymore. And I think it's rubbing off. I don't think it's a direct influence, but I think it is an influence that people are just not taking shit from him anymore, or from the media.
The poll numbers are down for the Democrat Party altogether. I mean, they're floundering out there, and it's actually kind of nice to see. I mean, I know Bernie Sanders and AOC are touring the country with this, we're fighting the oligarchy, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
They look like fools. And, I read the other day that the ticket that they're talking about for the next presidential run is AOC and Tim Walz. Please, I said online, I said, please let this happen because the next Republican president doesn't have to move the furniture. I mean, we don't have to do anything. Why even have an election at that point? I mean, you're talking about a bartender and a socialist that are going to be running for president.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Walz, I guarantee you, had an effect on Kamala losing. And usually the vice president doesn't mean shit. But Tim Walz was an idiot. And did you hear him the other day?
What, challenging? I'll fight the Trump guys
the Trump supporters. You can kick our asses, is what he said.
And then did you see that Kane from the WWE called him out and took his challenge?
Please, I'd love to see that.
Because he's a mayor. He's a mayor of somewhere. And he said, I'm a Trump supporter and I'll fight you. He said, I'll put 10,000. He literally said, I'll put 10 grand up for charity. Show up. Tell me where to be. That would be historic. But Kane would whoop his ass.
I made a list the other day, and I left it at work, but I made a list the other day of all the stupid shit that the left runs on. And again, if you're part of the left, it is what it is, and good for you. But I can't figure out what is good. I can't find one thing in a list of shit that the platform is for the left that I'm like, all right, well, that makes a little bit of sense.
Well, dude, the platform seems to be now what? Terrorism if they don't side with you, then you can burn their shit and break their windows and,
shoot at people.
shoot.
Whatever.
Well, dude, how long is it going to be? I was thinking about this earlier today. Or yesterday. I was up at the gas station, and the gas station in Twinsburg has 8 or 10 Tesla charging things.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I was one of these guys that was charging my car and some fucking cocksucker come up and started keying my car or spray painting my car, or I saw one video, they just jumped up on top of his Tesla and started stomping in the mirrors. You know what would happen? There'd be a dead somebody because I'd shoot him.
Yeah.
I would pull my gun out, say I was scared for my life, and shoot him. And I would shoot him dead. And it's going to happen. It is going to happen.
It is. And there's a Tesla charging station right in the plaza where Mario's barbershop is at. Our good friend Mario from Hands to America. Yeah. And I mean, what if they take one of these Molotov cocktails that they're tossing in these dealerships, and this charging station blows up, and they could burn a whole plaza down with the kind of bullshit that they're talking about. Go for it. I mean, I want these people. These people should get arrested and given 20 years, like Trump said.
They
are domestic terrorists.
Yeah. But and I'm going to throw a little bit of shade only because I don't know the answer, and tell me if I'm wrong. Where the fuck is Kash Patel in all this?
Oh, they're working on that.
Are they working on it
already? They have some people arrested already.
I know they arrested the one guy that caught himself on fire. That's pretty funny. You saw that guy?
Yeah.
Went to throw a Molotov cocktail that bounced off and lit him up.
And then, of course, there was a meme going around with some dude who's like crying, but it wasn't the guy. It wasn't
I saw that too. Yeah.
It was a pedophile or something like that, but screw that guy too.
Yeah.
But I am going on the list of stuff that the left is running on. I don't get it. And I mean, you want to run AOC for president, please do. For fuck's sake. There's a clip out there where she says she doesn't know what a garbage disposal is. I mean, fine, please, dear God. I mean, DeSantis or Vance or somebody wipe the floor with them.
Anybody will whoop them.
Although I haven't seen a lot of Vance. You don't see as much of him.
Well, I mean, ever since the Zelensky thing, I think they're hiding him a little bit. I think he took a little bit of back. Like, I don't know. Again, I don't know anything at all. You know more than I do. But I think my hunch is that the Trump administration thought that Vance stepped out a little too far with the Zelensky thing. Because you haven't heard word one from Vance since that Zelensky thing.
No, you haven't.
Like maybe Trump felt like he stepped on Trump's dick a little bit, by firing back instead of letting Trump handle it.
I don't know.
That's the last we saw of him.
Yeah, that's all.
But dude, the thing with the Tesla things, though, how long do you think it's going to be before someone dies on this thing?
Well, I don't think
someone shoots somebody and dies. Month?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I give it no more than a month.
No more. Yeah.
Did you see the video?
You know what? It makes me want to go buy a fucking Tesla.
Yeah.
It does. I want one now. I never wanted an electric car because the left was telling me I have to drive one or I'm going to go to jail in 2030. I'm going to go to prison if I don't get an electric car. Now I want one because I want the Tesla.
Now you want to support the cause by having a Tesla.
Well, because all of a sudden the climate change thing just went away. Now you got a senator who went out there and said, I'm getting rid of my Tesla because Elon Musk is an asshole. And he actually said asshole.
Yeah.
And then what did he show up the next day in? A Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah, good.
Which is the biggest gas guzzler you can buy. So apparently there is no more climate change problem. We've solved it. No. It was called Elon Musk is now in charge of something, and we hate him. So now the climate change is gone.
Yeah. Did you see this asshole? And I mean asshole both figuratively and literally. This guy that was digging into his asshole and wiping it on the Teslas.
I heard about it.
Oh, let's share that.
I mean, there's actual video of this?
Oh, yeah. Of course there is. This one's not for the weak, folks.
Oh, boy.
Look at him.
So, Like, do you think he went to like a Taco Bell or something previous and had like shit ready to go? I mean,
Yeah, didn't wipe on his way out so he could
guess.
rub it on a Tesla.
maybe he's wearing the Shaper Love and
Squeezed it out.
squeezed the shit right out of him.
Not sure if that was shit or ranch dressing coming out of there. He's got the same beard. Maybe that's you.
I don't understand people, man. I just don't get it. Like, what is that accomplishing? Now you're on camera.
Yeah. The only thing that would have made this video better is if somebody walked up next to him and blew his head off. That's the only thing that would have made this video better. Because this guy is of no value to the world.
Not that we condone violence.
I do. I absolutely condone violence. I condone it 1,000%. If you're acting like an asshole, you should be treated like an asshole. I do condone it.
Look, I've been really mad at a lot of people in my life, and there's some times, and there's some people I still really despise from previous jobs and stuff like that.
Sure.
But I never once walked out of a building after losing a job or getting fired or whatever it is, and thought, you know what, I'm going to go buy his car. I'm going to take my ass. I'm going to wipe some shit on my fingers, and I'm going to wipe it on his car.
Yeah.
Never crossed my mind.
How is that? What lesson does that teach him?
I mean, usually what cures that is a little soap and water and stuff like that. Run through a car wash and it'll probably be all right. But I mean, somebody did that to our friend Charlie.
Did they wipe shit on one of his cars?
Yeah, he had like his Trump hat and like his dash in Lakewood from Charlie's Auto Repair in Lakewood, and they smeared shit all over his windshield and windows and stuff.
God, I wish Charlie would have just pulled and left him dead.
Oh, you know Charlie, man. If you would have seen him, it would have been over for that person.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Or Charlie pull out a bat and just fucking hobble that motherfucker.
But that's the tolerant left. That's the people that.
Well, they're going to keep pushing, but while the right is restrained, it's restrained to a point. The right is in my opinion, the right is clearly more dangerous. Because once we reach that point, there's going to be no stopping it. Once we reach the point of no return, it's going to be fucking murderer's row. It ain't going to be, well, let's, like we do now, where it's like try to understand why this person's wiping his shitty asshole on my car.
And I hate go ahead, sorry.
It's going to be take his fucking head and jam it through the fucking window of the car.
Now, my question is, how did we get to this point? I was talking to my dad today. My dad, I wouldn't say look, he doesn't like Trump, and that's fine.
Sure, of course.
I don't know what. I don't think he likes the other side that much either at times.
Sure.
But I was talking to him. There's people in some of my family that won't talk to me because I support Trump, and I'll still talk to people that don't support him.
Sure.
What do I care? If you don't like it, that's fine. Now, if we're going to argue on Facebook, you're going to put up stupid shit on Facebook, I'm going to argue with you back. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be friends with somebody that doesn't agree with everything that I agree with.
Right.
I mean, so when did we get to this point? Because look, I didn't follow politics obviously as much when I was younger as I do now, because I kind of have to. For the past 20 years of my career, I kind of had to. But it wasn't like this in the Reagan days, was it? With this kind of hatred?
No. Nobody even talked politics in those days.
Or back in the Kennedy days and stuff like that.
I think the Kennedy days was
This bad?
pretty divided. Like, not to this bad, dude. The reason, why there's two reasons why it's as bad as it is now. Number one is social media. Social media gives every idiot a voice where they don't have to worry about getting their teeth punched in for saying the wrong thing.
Right.
The reason it never got to that point in the 80s, 70s, even the 60s, but it did in the 60s. Don't forget, the issue was not necessarily Democrat and Republican in the 60s. It was black and white. And if you were a white guy that was supporting black people, then you were absolutely the same as a guy saying that trannies are just dudes in dresses. I mean, it is diametrically the same in the 60s. That being said, before social media, dude, you remember this before social media? If you got into an argument about religion, abortion, politics, whatever, with somebody at the bar, just at the bar, be having a few drinks, everybody's a little buzzed. Inevitably, something like this comes up. What did you do? You change directions. You instantly are like, hey, what about Limp Bizkit, man? You guys going to see him next week?
Right.
You know, you would change directions because you knew a fight was coming. Now, nobody worries about that because they're all hiding behind their fucking keyboards. So they talk more. So that's the first piece.
I saw a guy, I get your other point, but I saw a guy yesterday who said something. There was a woman who was saying, talking about Trump and what a good job he's doing and that kind of thing. And some guy says to her, you need your fucking MAGA head bashed in.
Come do it.
You're talking to a woman online who disagrees with your choice of politician, and you're saying that this poor lady needs her head bashed in. I mean,
but do you know why that guy says that? That guy,
you can with no repercussions,
and the literal repercussion of what would happen if you and your wife were at Walmart, okay, and your wife was wearing a MAGA hat at Walmart, and somebody said to her, I'm going to bash your fucking MAGA hat wearing head in. You would fucking pick up the cart or a frozen bag of meat or whatever you had and beat the shit out of that motherfucker.
That is correct.
That is what you would do, and that is what you're supposed to do. Arrest be damned, you're going to fucking stand up. But saying it behind a keyboard is just being a fucking pussy. And that's what we have now. A generation that has been raised to be pussies behind their fucking keyboards. None of them never do anything. You know, what is their big thing? They're wiping their assholes on cars. They're spray painting Tesla dealerships. You know, they're throwing some Molotov cocktails. Big fucking whoop. You know, when it comes down to hand, you don't see any of them. When they're challenged, show me a video of them being challenged. And what do they all do? They fucking fold. Because they're pussies. They're all pussies.
Well, like you said, I think eventually it's going to get to a point where they're not going to be. And
they're going to be. I think
they're going to start shooting and something's going to happen.
Yeah, I think they're right. Dude, we are in an open carry state. And I am generally surprised how many people I see carrying in their cars now. There's a lot. People are seeing this Tesla bullshit. Do you really think that people in Ohio that can afford a Tesla, can afford a Cybertruck or whatever, think they can't afford a $600 handgun?
I see a lot of the Cybertrucks around this neighborhood, to be honest.
Yeah. But you notice you haven't seen one of the places around here getting blown up, have you?
No, but I thought there was a protest around one of these dealerships.
Protests mean dick.
Every girl I hang out with that don't like Trump, but I still hang out with them and have sex with them. People can get along. So good for you, Brian.
Yeah, they can get along. They should get along.
I would absolutely have sex with a Trump hater. I don't know if I would.
I'm waiting for the punchline on that one.
I'll take what I can get. Doesn't matter what you like. You fucking like Putin, or if you like Chinese,
right.
Whatever you like. Fine with me.
She's gonna have sex with you 5 times a week.
Yeah,
and it'll be the best of your entire life.
All right, but
it comes with absolute worship and expected worship of Hillary Clinton.
Man,
including pictures of her and Chelsea in every room of your house.
Is she hot though?
Hot as she could be. Sydney Sweeney.
Clinton it is, man. I'm sorry. There are certain lines I got to go.
Can you just imagine? The first time or two, it would be fantastic. The 15th time, though. True. The 15th time, you'd be looking around and you'd be banging her while looking at a picture of Chelsea Clinton.
Is Chelsea Clinton topless?
I don't even care. Would you want to see Chelsea Clinton topless?
Maybe. Dude, I'm all about it. Maybe.
Do you think even a fucking overdose of hymns could keep you hard? With Chelsea and Hillary pictures all around you, watching you bang Sydney Sweeney.
There are certain lines I can't even cross.
Just think about that. And we'll throw Rosie O'Donnell in there as well.
Like I don't I don't know how. Like my wife and I got married obviously long before Trump was around for president.
Sure.
And I don't know if our marriage would have lasted if she hated Trump and wasn't a supporter of, we didn't agree and mesh on politics. I mean, I could see that breaking up relationships.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, look, I don't blame anybody now that when they're flipping left or right or whatever, that's a consideration. I think it should be. If you're that passionate about it, then it should be. But you should, and I don't think that you should get into a relationship with somebody that is for the other team, whatever team you're on, hoping that they'll change. Just like guys that get into, or women that get into relationships with guys because they think that they'll change over time. It's the same kind of stupid.
Like when I was in rock radio, though, I kind of leaned a little bit left because of some of my ideals. I've always leaned right when it comes to like abortion and stuff like that. But I leaned a little bit left just because of certain regulations and this, that, and the other. And so I wanted some things changed. But it's not the same Democrat Party that it was, 30 years ago. And it's certainly not something I can get by now. But I'm just saying, if my wife and I would have met back then and we disagreed or we agreed on politics back then, and all of a sudden Trump comes around, I think it could really throw a lot of people off.
Yeah. Dude, I voted for Clinton the first time.
Yeah, so did I.
I voted for Clinton the first time. I only stopped voting for him when he started closing bases because I was in the military. And half of my friends were losing their gigs.
But I literally have family right now that won't talk to me because of...
Yeah, well, that's dumb.
Trump.
That's dumb. And I haven't talked to my niece, but I'd imagine that she's still... I mean, we have kind of a standing rule that we do not talk politics on Thanksgiving or whatever when we're together, but I'd imagine that she does not like that I'm still pro-Trump and hating on lefties, and I don't care.
Since the election, I have not talked one time about politics with my dad because I know it's not going to go. It's not going to go good for either one of us. So what's the point? I mean, there's plenty of other things we talk about in life, and than that.
Yeah. I know I've said this before, dude. I am the only person with right-leaning in my family. Everybody else is definitely left.
I don't understand it. Don't you have like a brother that's like into business and stuff like that? And he's not a capitalist Republican?
No, but he's kind of artsy.
Oh, okay.
He definitely started out with poetry and shit like that. So he's always had the artiste in him. And he's one of them guys that believes in doing it for the mass and not for the individual and blah, blah.
One of the things I'm so happy about, I think it's SB 1 or something, just Senate Bill 1 that just passed or something like that. That it's going to get rid of DEI and all this left-leaning crap in colleges and universities in Ohio.
Thank God.
And, my daughter's off to Cincinnati here in less than 6 months. And
right.
Like, thank God this passed. Let's get rid of everybody now. Let's go.
Yeah.
Start pushing them out the building. Let's go.
Yeah. By the time September rolls around, there better be none of those people still working.
Dude, if I have to drive down there myself and drag them out the buildings, I will do that.
Now, how much do you worry that they'll just ignore it?
I'm extraordinarily worried about my daughter's future in colleges, and Cincinnati is one of them. That look, they're all liberal. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless I send her to Hillsdale, there's no college I'm going to get away with her mind not being poisoned. You just hope that she's smart enough to have her own brain.
Yeah.
And, look, she is an artsy girl too, and I guarantee she's going to lean somewhat left, and then I hope that she still has some of the morals and values that I try to instill in her, and that, she's her own person and doesn't get swayed. I don't care if she gets swayed to either side. Just be your own person and be a good person. That's what I'm hoping for. But when you see some of these universities, some of these colleges, man, it's tough to keep your kid in line, dude, because they want your child. They want your kid.
Your kid is future votes.
Yeah, I mean, shit, we're talking about, but this is what the left does. They go after your children, or go after your children when it comes to the gender identities.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is a great question that I posed the other day. I saw somebody else post it too. The gay, what do they call it? The drag queen story time stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they always reading to kids? You don't see story time drag queen hour with veterans.
No,
you don't see them at hospitals performing for all the patients that are my age and just had a seizure, their leg chopped off. They're not just roaming around to senior citizens' homes and doing drag queen story hour. They're going to children because they're trying to sway our kids.
They are. No, they are.
I got a friend, Chris. His daughter also goes to Cincinnati, and we haven't talked about political. I don't even know which way he leans, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But I don't care. He's a good guy, he's a friend, and his daughter goes to Cincinnati, and she seems, from what I see online, anyways, looks like she's got her stuff together and does well. And so I'm hoping that my daughter can just go have a good college experience, down there, and get a job afterwards and becomes a productive member of society. Right. I just don't want her brain to be poisoned and guided in a way that it shouldn't be. I mean, school is supposed to be there, last I checked, to teach you history, to teach you facts, to teach you science, to teach you math, English, not to teach you ideology on how to live your life.
Yeah, it's supposed to teach you a skill that you can make money with.
Right, and then prepare you to be on your own.
Yeah. And that's always the rub that they use, though. They'll say, well, we are preparing them to be on their own. We're preparing them so that they make decisions to make the world better.
No.
Fuck you.
You need to prepare them to be on their own by giving them housing so that the first time they're out, without their parents.
Yeah.
And they know how to pay bills and they know how to, live their life, but not supposed to teach ideology.
Mm-hmm.
That's my job.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it used to be your job. Now they want that job. They go all for that job. I know my one friend in Pennsylvania, he fights with his kids' school. His kids are in middle and high school. He fights with that school probably every week, that school system, every week, because they send them shit home and they want them to sign. And that's the weird thing, too. Then now they try to make the parents sign things. They'll send home paperwork and it says, well, you're not going to tell your kids that there's only two genders. Sign this saying that you're not going to do this. And if you don't, then your kid can't be in health class or whatever. And it's like, fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, but then but that's how they try to say, well, then your kid won't graduate. It's like, fuck you. That's why so many people. Well, that's why so many people have moved to homeschooling, because they're not going to do that. They're not going to just the people that care will fight it. The unfortunate thing is there's too many lazy parents. They'll just be like, fuck, who cares? They won't even read the paper. Oh, I got to sign it? Okay, whatever.
Better not send that shit home to my house.
I know my friend has sent me screenshots of all, and I'm horrified by it. I look at it and I'm like, I would not have done well if my kids were 10 years younger.
I do think one of the things that she got to sign up and everything, she had to put down her pronouns.
Yeah, fuck that.
And she did she, her, whatever it is. What the hell's going on, man? What the hell is going on? This is why the country's so screwed.
Yeah, my pronouns are suck and my dick.
Jim Florentine is going to be on the show on Wednesday.
Yes.
What time?
4:30.
4:30.
Yes. And it's going to be fantastic. If you, I'll keep saying it. I'm going to keep saying it. I'll keep saying it. Everybody is Awful is the name of his podcast. It's on every platform. It updates, I think, every Monday, if I'm not mistaken, maybe Tuesday. I generally listen on Thursday, but it is, I will, as far as comedy goes, it is the best podcast on the internet, bar none.
What's it
Far
called?
funnier. It's called Everybody is Awful Except You.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Dude, it is. You'll go down the rabbit hole. You'll go to listen to one episode and you'll listen to 10 because it's so fucking funny.
So I would suggest that you listen to that, of course, after you're done listening to this show.
Yes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. You can go over there and listen to it. So funny.
What are we going to talk to him about? His podcast?
We're talking about his podcast, his gigs, that metal show, whatever you want to talk about.
I want to ask
Howard
you about
Stern?
being on Gutfeld. He's been on
Gutfeld,
numerous
yeah.
times.
Gutfeld, Stern, whatever.
Oh, did you see Bill Maher's going to the White House?
I did see that. Yeah. I'm
And now
okay
his
with
fans-
that.
His fans are all pissed off at him.
Good. Let him be.
I think he said "fuck you" to the fans. He's like, "Fuck you."
Good. You know what? He shouldn't be afraid to go to the White House. And quite honestly, he should sit down, and if Donald Trump is willing to, he should have some dialogue with him.
Without a doubt.
That's the way it should be. Maybe he learns something that he doesn't see or hasn't seen up to this point. Maybe he gets a better understanding of what Elon's doing or what Trump is doing or Vance or whoever. Maybe he understands a little better with some open dialogue. I'm for it.
Maybe The View should ask Trump to be on their show.
Well, that's never going to happen. Maybe The View should just die.
God. I got into a fight with a guy that I used to work with.
Yeah.
And people are so fucked. I don't know. Do you remember the Dana Darling Corey show
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
on MMS? Do you remember a guy named DC?
I know the name, but I didn't know him.
He fucking lost his mind, dude. Like, I made a comment on somebody's social media, and immediately he just started bashing me, calling me a Zionist pig, saying that I want to see the Palestinians removed from Earth and that I believe in genocide and all this kind of crazy nonsense shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
He said you went from being Seth the Barbarian to being Seth the Troll and like just ripping me to shreds, dude. And I clicked on it, like he even like unfriended me on Facebook and like all this shit, dude. And I'm like, this guy, the guy was a piece of shit to begin with. He was always a piece of shit. He was a piece of shit from like the day that I met him until today. I mean, I never liked him, and I don't think anybody really ever really cared about him or liked him even a little bit.
Sure.
I mean, like as far as garbage people go, he's just always been one of those.
He ranks.
I mean, I had to go to like court to say shit against him. And all that. I mean, like he's just always been a garbage guy. And I tried to give him the benefit of the doubt. I saw him maybe a year or so ago, and he was in my building doing something, and tried to I put on the smiley face, like, "Hey, how you doing?" And but he proved his point. He proved my point, anyways, that he's always just been a piece of shit.
Right.
And started leaving some nasty fucking comment on one of our reels that I put up on Facebook and stuff. And then all of a sudden he deleted everything. Like everything was gone. All of his comments were gone. Everything.
Good. Bye.
But these people that we're dealing, when would I ever say or have ever said anything about wanting people removed from this?
No.
Never. People are fucking nuts. What's crazy to me is that guys like that and guys that are on the left will sit there and call Trump Hitler, yet they hate Jews so much they want them literally erased from Earth.
Yeah, well, there's nothing quite like having a point that makes sense. So why do it?
Channel 3 put up a story. Channel 3 is another one that's kind of off the rails, dude, liberal. And they posted a story about the ceasefire being over and Israel bombing Gaza again and this kind of stuff. And I'll tell you what, man. And I even said something. I said, it's kind of, I've never seen that much hate for Jewish people in my entire life. So much anti-Semitism. It was just unbelievable. These people, right. They literally want this entire race of people erased. Mm-hmm. And it's disgusting and sad. And it's embarrassing that we have to deal with that in our country. Embarrassing.
Yeah, I guess that's freedom of speech for you.
I guess it is. If you have the freedom, though, I mean, sometimes you just don't need to say it. Yeah. You can think what you want.
Yeah, but
sometimes
it's not
you don't
freedom
need to side with terrorists.
It's not freedom of non-stupid speech. That's the difference.
I didn't say they couldn't say it. I'm just shocked that they do say it. When you're siding with terrorists, I think I have a problem with that.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's just my opinion.
Well, if you're a lib and you're happy about a Tesla place getting bombed, you are siding with terrorists.
You are.
You are. You're a fucking terror supporter. You wanted Americans killed at 9/11. If you're for a Tesla place being bombed, then you wanted our Americans killed on 9/11. That's how I look at it. You're the same. Exactly the same. Allah Akbar, cocksucker, because that's what you are. A fucking asshole.
Oh, we went from girdles to terrorism.
There you go. Perfect.
All right, time to wrap this thing up. Put a bow on it. Thank you for
All right.
listening and watching tonight. We do appreciate it. God willing, we'll talk to you on Wednesday, where again, Jim Florentine will be joining us at 4:30.
Yes.
But get here at 4. Show starts at 4. It'll be entertaining talk until then. Tony Massaggio might be calling in from Arizona as well.
Okay. Cool.
And then on Wednesday, we will, of course, be having the extra content on minds.com/Seth Williams Show.
Which is always good.
$4.99 a month gets you all kind of generally dirty talk, but all kind of extra content.
Yes. Good stuff.
So for $5 a month, you get extra shit. Sign up there, and we will talk to you on Wednesday. Thanks again, my friends.
See ya.
See ya.
Seth Williams loves this land, stands tall and proud. Believes in freedom, speaks his mind out loud. Mentored by Trip, he learned to be tough. Life knocked him down, but he got back up. Lost a leg, but he's still strong and true. Chasing dreams under skies of red, white, and blue. Voting for Trump, he shouts it clear. WTAM tried to bring him down, but he's still here. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. Hates LeBron James, won't wear that crown. Prefers hard work and blue jeans in this town. Radio waves try to shut him up, but Seth keeps singing, filling that cup. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air. From the small town streets to the mountain high, Seth sees the flag waving, reaching for the sky. He keeps on fighting with a rebel yell, for every fallen soldier and the stories they tell. In the heart of America, Seth takes a stand. Against the tides, he defends our land. Liberals call him crazy, but he don't care. He's got the spirit of an eagle, soaring high in the air.
At Reliable Odds and Ends, we bring quality and convenience right to your door. From light fixture and faucet replacements to vanity installations, vinyl flooring, and baseboard updates, our skilled team takes care of it all. Need a new garbage disposal or smart thermostat? We've got you covered. Whether it's exhaust fans, grab bars, or curtain rods, we handle the details so you can enjoy the results. And with 24/7 availability, even for emergencies, you can count on us anytime. Call us today at 330-333-2742 or visit reliableoddsandends.com to schedule your service. Reliable Odds and Ends, your trusted home solution, always just a call away.
Looking to sell your car quickly and for top dollar? At buyyourcars.net, we make it easy. Whether your vehicle is new, used, or even damaged, we'll buy it in any condition. Fast offers, quick cash, and hassle-free transactions. What more could you ask for? Just visit buyyourcars.net, enter your vehicle information, and get a fast offer within minutes. Ready to sell? Call us today at 770-815-0342 or fill out the contact form at buyyourcars.net. Get cash fast for your car the easy way. Buyyourcars.net. Selling your car has never been easier.